Hello, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. If you saw that, it was on again, off again, trying to get the recording to work right. As always, I'm either a little early or a little late. Tonight's a little late one, only by a couple of minutes. Hey, I hope you're having a great week. Today was one of my first days to actually get to craft all day, which was really fun. Well, most of the day anyway. You know, housework seems to get in the way a little bit. Always need clothes to wear and food to eat, and yeah, that's all right. But it was really nice to have some time to craft a little bit. So Designer Series paper is on sale at 15% off. It is most of the papers in the annual catalog. There's 12 in the annual catalog, and then the Hello Irresistible, which is the online exclusive, is included. So I wanted to use some Designer Series paper today, and Stephanie M shared, I guess she probably won't care, Stephanie McKinney shared this card design at our team meeting, and I've been waiting to do it until I had some time to create. So I'm going to share that with you today. I am going to move the camera around here. So, oh, it would help if I plug it in. You know how you have those where I am forgetting something, and that's exactly what it was, to plug in the camera. Now I'll have to wait for it to connect. There we go. Woo. Let's try that again. Oh, like we said, it's always an adventure, isn't it? Seems like there's always something going on. I don't like it when you watch and there's you can see the frame for my camera. So, oh, tonight I'll try something different. Yeah, well, that didn't work so well. It slid right off. So we'll try something different maybe next week. All right, so let me show you the card. There's two designs I made. Let me show you this one. This one I needed some anniversary cards. So if you have an anniversary and you're in my family, don't look. All right, so see how it opens like this, and then it pops open like that. I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. This one, it says, let's celebrate your anniversary. I went to look at my current stuff and I did not have a happy anniversary. So I had to get creative. I used Your Anniversary from Sentimental Park. And then I used A Day to Remember on Dates to Remember stamp set. Well, then Let's Celebrate was also from the Sentimental Park. And then when I showed it to Ken, he's going, you know, it'd be really cool if you could put their anniversary date up there, since it says here A Day to Remember. So I used Playful Alphabet, I think, dies. I didn't have a current die set for the letters and numbers that would fit. All right, so I thought it would be fun to do a birthday one as well. So move that out of the way and we'll get started. All right. Oh, and the hearts I used on that one were Country Bouquet, because I wanted some hearts. So I used those two right there. All right. So I love balloons. So I'm going to use these dies. I still have so many of these I haven't taken out of the package, but I'm just going to use this circle down here to cut out a die of a balloon, and the rest of them I'm just going to stamp. All right, so let's get you your pieces. So this is the card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and we scored it at 2 1/8 on both sides so that it folds like that, which that is a fun fold you can use that's just like that. We have a piece of the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper that's 3 by 5.5. We have two pieces that are 4, nope, hang on, that's the wrong piece. That's another part of it. 3.5 by 4. And you're going to score it on the 4-inch side so that it ends up being a 3.5 by 3.5 square. And you're going to need two of these. And then the anniversary card has white that's 2 by 3.5. And the border on it is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. For the birthday card, we're going to use 4 by 2 3/8. And then the mat behind that is 4 1/4 by 3. And let's see. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. There's 2 of these pieces. They're 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And you need 2 of them because they're going to go on the outside of the card. All right, let's stamp first. All right, so I want it to go this direction. I chose paper from that goes with the designer series paper. And I love this paper because look at all the colors it has in it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different colors. So you can match it very easily. Look at that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one actually has 10 colors in it. So you've got a lot of options, which is nice especially if you're limited on your cardstock. All right, so I'm going to take, this is, I guess, the medium-sized balloon. Stamp it there. That's Berry Burst. I'm using Berry Burst, Azure Afternoon, and Lemon Lime Twist this time. Had someone newer come to class and they're like, oh my gosh, I used a polymer stamp and it turned pink. I said, that's all right, it happens all the time. And I think you guys know that as well. I like this because I don't know if you can see that, but it's got little stars and spots in it, which I think is really fun. All right, and then I want 3 balloons, but I wanted one to pop up. So right before I started, and this is why I was late, I stamped this one and cut it out so that it can pop up over the top. And I like this little frill here. So let's see, I think we'll go this way. I'm going to put the Lemon Lime Twist on the blue one. And Azure Afternoon on that one. Then I can lay this one here and I want it to pop up just a little bit. I will use the Berry Burst on this one. So I didn't want Happy Birthday on this because I'm going to put Happy Birthday on the inside. But one of the stamp sets that I've been having fun with is called Happy Labels. And I like this. I'm so happy you were born. So I'm going to grab that one. I had everything set up to do the anniversary card. And then at 10 till 8 went, I want to do the birthday one. So I'm switching it all up. All right. So I had to grab the stamps I'd already put away today. All right. Like that. There we go. And while I'm hooking this down, the designer series paper is on sale. And if you're like I am, I love having a variety of designer series papers, but sometimes I don't want a whole package because it's hard to use it all up. So I'm offering 2 different options. Well, actually, there's 3. You can order any of the designer series paper that you want and get it at 15% off as long as it's one of the 13. You can do a half of a split with me, and that is $85. You will get, I wrote it down, 72 12 by 12 pieces and 92 6 by 6 pieces if you do a half. If you only want a fourth of each package, it is $44. And you will get 48 6 by 12, 12 12 by 12, and 46 6 by 6 sheets for $44. I would really like to get that ordered here in the next 2 or 3 days. So if you're interested in doing one of the shares, would you please reach out to me and let me know? I would like to get it ordered and on its way. All right, so I'm going to pop that up there like that. And then I'm going to pull this piece, mount it right on top like that. They're just such bright, happy, fun colors. I like them. All right. And of course, we want a little bit of bling. And I'm finding that the thing I do most of the time anymore is I take these gems, the rhinestone basic jewels, and just coloring them with my blends. I love this because then I can get any color I want very, very quickly. So I'm going to color those and set them aside. All right, let's do, oh, we need to stamp one more thing. I just grabbed some scrap cardstock. And I had my punch here. Where did it go? I decided it was more important to stamp today than clean, which if you know me, you know I'd much rather stamp than clean. So I still don't have everything cleaned up from class last week. And my open house. Oh my goodness, where'd my punch go? Oh, there we go. All right, so this is 2 3/8. You could do something a different size. I just found as I was playing with it today, it was better to just use the same size circle as we're going to use on another piece here. So I'm going to grab the happy birthday. And I'm going to stamp it in the azure afternoon, since the cardstock, the base of the card is that blue. And what I thought was fun is I noticed in the Days to Remember set, there were some little tiny balloons. So let's see if I can get them. I don't think they're going to fit. It was a fun idea. All right, so I've got that piece ready. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the 3 by 5.5 piece. I'm going to close my ink pad so I don't have melts here. We're going to start assembling the shutter mechanism. Okay. Get all the extra pieces out of the way. That punch and iron, there it is, about lost it again. All right, so one of the things that I always struggle with is making sure things are centered nicely. So I tried this today and I thought it worked really well. I grabbed a pencil. I know this is 5.5, so half is 2 3/4. Okay, and then this way is 3, so it's 1.5. So I made a circle that was in the very middle of this, okay? So when I put my punch in, I want that circle to be in the middle so that my opening is in the same place. Now, some of you are what I call my actual factuals. You can grab your ruler and you can be really, really precise. I had it and then I dropped it. See if I'm close again. Yep. All right. So I'm going to punch that out. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yep, I'm pretty close on my center. All right. Now I'm going to go back to my base. And oh, I need to show you how to do the mechanism here. All right. So you have 2 squares that are 3.5 by 4. So the first thing we're going to do is score it at 3.5 on the 4-inch side. So when we fold this, it's 3.5 by 3.5, a nice square. Okay. I had my pieces laying here. All right. Now what we're going to do is grab our paper trimmer. Try to get this in the picture so you can see it here. All right. So what we're going to do is, I know this paper is 3.5. So 1 3/4 would be my middle. I'm going to get both of those out of the way. I'm going to use my ruler here, and I'm going to mark it at 2. Okay. So it's centered this way by going to 1 3/4 and centered this way at 2. Now I'm going to line up my points. Make sure the point here and the point here are right in the middle of the groove. Well, I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut from the angle up to that spot. Then I'm going to turn it and do the exact same thing on this side. So, and that creates our V. Okay. So now I did the same thing on the other one. So when you line them up, they're exactly the same. That is probably the trickiest part of the card. And as I showed you, that's not very tricky. Pretty simple to do. All right. So we are going to take the flap and you're going to glue it on the outside piece. So the 2 1/8 side, we're going to glue it on that side. Now, if you're really concerned about centering it, I would make sure you measure it. You know me, I'm going to eyeball it. So, I'm going to lay this down. So the fold goes towards the outside of the card. And it's just off of the score line, okay? Because you want it to be able to fold, all right? And then this is going to go just like that. So then we're going to line up the same thing on the other side. So I hope you guys have gotten my emails for all of the upcoming events that I have going on this month. My emails for all of the upcoming. Hey Lois, thank you. Hey Laurie. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. I just realized I hadn't checked for comments. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. There we go. So when you glue this piece down, I just made sure it lined up evenly with the one that was already down. So then when it closes, it's going to go just like that. Okay, and we're going to fix that. There we go. All right, so this piece here, we want to attach in the middle like that. We're going to go back for that happy birthday, and we're going to glue it down, not the DSP, just the white circle. And then I'm going to make sure, ooh, got cut. Try again. There we go. I need to keep talking so you guys know that you didn't lose the signal, huh? See how that lines up just perfect? All right, so now we're going to take this piece off. I'm going to add, you can either use your foam strips, you can use your adhesive sheets, you can use dimensionals, anything that you have, but you want it to pop up, okay? I thought these worked really well. So I'm going to grab my scissors here. They're nice and thin. It was really funny today. I was using my adhesive, working on this card, got a text from someone, and they wanted me to order some adhesive sheets. And I said, ooh, great minds think alike. That's exactly what I was using right now. All right. So like that. I'll tell you, if you come to my class, you're normally going to see that my papers that we glue on are just a tad bit long, because I would much rather trim it off than it's too short. That just drives me crazy. All right. So we're going to pull that paper off. Oh, I need to put the bottom on. There we go. Oh, so back to my classes. I hope you got an email telling you about all the classes I'm offering this month. I am so excited to be out of school and be able to do some stamping. So this Friday or Saturday, sorry, this Saturday, June 10th is my first new event. All right, so that goes up and both of these go under. So it looks just like that. Okay. Pull that paper off. There we go. Now let me shutter and open. Isn't that cool? All right. So let's put our papers on the outside. I'm doing what I'm calling free stamp time. I used to do this when I first started. We would get together once a month at a local place here that had a community room. And I would bring all of my stamps. That's back when they were wooden. So it would actually, my van would be weighted down because of all the stamp sets and supplies I took. My family always dreaded that night because I always had them help me load and unload. Well, that place they decided they were going to charge me $75 to continue to do that. And I just couldn't afford to do that, especially since I was doing it for free. I had to quit. Well, I was thinking the other day, and people are so anxious to get back together and just spend time together, that I would go back and offer my free stamp time. So this Saturday where's my little note? From 9 to noon, you can come stamp at my place, and there's no charge. You can use my stamps, my inks, my dies, my punches for free. I will have to charge you for paper. I can't afford to do that, but you can use all of that stuff. If you order during the event, you'll get free shipping. So I'm going to do that this Saturday from 9 to noon, and Tuesday night from 6 to 9. So if you can join me, please let me know. You must RSVP so I make sure I have a spot for you and that we don't get overcrowded. So please let me know if you're planning to come. All right, so you guys know how I like to put my pieces together when I'm only gluing down one side. I put my tape or my glue on the left-hand side, then I put a piece right here so that I don't have to worry about getting glue where I don't want it. I'm going to glue that down. All right, so it opens like this. Isn't that fun? All right, now we'll go back and add some bling, and we're about done with our project tonight. I'm also offering a One Sheet Wonder class. It will be on June 15th. I'm working on the design now, so you'll be getting an email on all the details for that. I am charging $35 because we will make 14 cards. So more cards than we normally make. So hope you can join me for that. You'll get a 12 by 12 template that you can take home with all the instructions and information. And we'll make 14 cards with 1 sheet of designer series paper and then cardstock to make our cards. So it'll be really fun. And then one other class, I'm going to use Memories and More. You know, I like the bright and beautiful. And something else I need to get done. We're going to use this packet of Memories and More pieces. There are, oh, it just says 1 kit. It doesn't say how many sheets. A lot of sheets in there. Look at all those sheets. And a package of the envelopes and cards. And you'll make your cards and envelopes. The cost is $30, but that includes these 2 packages. And what we don't use, you will take home. So you'll have leftover pieces and parts that you can take home that night. And I'll have more details on that one as well real soon. All right, so there's that card. Let me show you again the anniversary one so you can see the difference. So here's the anniversary card. Opens like that. And here's the birthday one. So thanks to Stephanie for sharing that fun fold with me. I have to admit it, she made it much easier than I thought it would be, which is really cool. Again, if you're wanting designer series paper, you can just order any packages that are on sale at 15% off. Oh, one more thing I want to share with you. Something I'm starting just this month. Use this host code and place a $50 order before shipping and tax, and you will receive this June tutorial bundle. There are 47 projects. You'll be able to see all the instructions, the supplies, and what's the other thing? Oh, like the dimensions and the pieces and parts and everything. I'm a part of a collaboration, and this is the June tutorial. So place a $50 order in the month of June and use this host code. Or if you order more than that, like if you order 150 of your own, and I'll also give it to you without using the host code because you get host benefits. So a $50 order, you'll get that tutorial. Designer series papers on sale. I've got several classes coming up. So much to offer. You can tell it is summer. I hope you're having an awesome day. Thanks for joining me this evening. And I will see you next Monday at 8 o'clock. We'll see. Maybe I'll be on time this time. Have an awesome week. Thanks.